In a quiet corner of Willow Grove, shaded by towering pines and fluttering leaves, lived a round, sleepy bear named Bruno. He was not the sort of bear who roared or frightened others. Instead, Bruno spent most of his time lounging in flower beds, humming tunes, and most importantly, chasing anything that dripped with sweetness. Bruno wasn't drawn to shiny stones or soft fur like other woodland creatures. What stirred his spirit was that rich, gooey treat bees kept hidden inside hives. The golden blend made his eyes gleam and his paws twitch. And though he'd sampled every known honeycomb from hollow logs to treetop nests, he always believed something better existed, beyond reach. He'd often mutter, "The bees are hiding their best up there," while pointing toward the drifting clouds. Bruno, if I had a jar filled with that golden delight, I'd never leave my cave again. One breezy morning, while Bruno rested on his back beneath a maple tree, his eyes caught something odd. A droplet, shiny and golden, slid down from a cloud, vanishing before it touched the earth. Bruno, bolting upright. Did I just witness honey fall from the sky? His imagination erupted. What if the clouds were actually floating beehives? What if the greatest nectar known to bears was up there, untouched, waiting? Determined, Bruno stomped through fields, murmuring plans aloud. Bruno, thinking aloud, "I'll scale the tallest spruce, build a ladder from branches, or stack boulders if I must. That honey is mine to taste." As he wandered through the poppy-covered meadow, his path crossed with a buzzing figure. A small, shimmering bee with bright green eyes and a playful smirk. Her wings glinted like spun glass, and her name was Bella. Bella, hovering with amusement. "Where's the hurry, furball? You've skipped breakfast?" Bruno, grinning. "I'm off to steal sky honey. I saw it, I swear." A golden drop dripping from above. Bella, smirking. "Oh no, you're one of those cloud chasers." Bruno, raising an eyebrow. "You bees hoard the good stuff and laugh when we bears dream bigger." Bella, "Ha! If you think the sky is full of honey, you've eaten one too many wild berries." Bruno, "Prove me wrong then." Bella, folding her legs midair. "Let's strike a little agreement."
Bella proposed a dare, one that made Bruno's whiskers twitch. Bella, "If you can go from sunrise to sunset without even sniffing honey, I'll take you to a hive no bears ever reached." Bruno gulps. "No licks, no dribbles, not even a peek?" Bella, "Just fresh air, clean paws, and a calm mind." Bruno hesitated. The mere idea felt torturous. His belly grumbled. His tongue tingled. Yet the promise of an undiscovered hive lit a spark in him. Bruno, nodding slowly. "Challenge accepted. But if I win, I want the biggest bite." The trial began. As the forest stirred awake, Bruno trod softly, hands clasped behind his back, nose in the air. Petals fluttered past him, rich with scent. The wind carried sweet notes that teased his senses. Every so often, a bee zipped past with golden legs, and Bruno turned his face away. A fallen comb tempted him beneath an elm tree, but he marched onward. His eyes watered, his jaw clenched. By midday, his legs dragged. He groaned beneath the shade of a berry bush, but resisted the urge to sniff. Bruno, panting. How do I get through the rest of this day? Then something shifted. Without honey clouding his thoughts, Bruno began to see things differently. He noticed a baby squirrel practicing its leaps. He heard a woodpecker tapping a rhythm he'd never paid attention to before. Even the mushrooms, with their spotted caps, seemed amusing. He laughed, for the first time, not at a joke or a drop of honey, but at the world's quiet charm. Evening settled. The sky turned lavender. Bella, impressed by Bruno's restraint, motioned him to follow. Together, they climbed a narrow path, one hidden behind hanging vines and moss-covered rocks. Bella, smiling, "You made it, big guy. Time for your reward." Behind a veil of water, tucked between two elder trees, lay a glimmering haven, a hive unlike any Bruno had ever imagined. It shimmered like ice and gold woven together. Bella, bees call this the crystal chamber. Only those with steady hearts ever see it. Bruno approached slowly, overwhelmed. The scent didn't make him dizzy like before. It calmed him. He dipped a claw gently, barely touching the surface. A single drop reached his tongue. Bruno, eyes softening. It's warm, like sunlight, and it tastes like laughter. Bruno didn't gobble the hive. He sat beside it, watching bees flit and buzz like tiny lanterns in the dusk. His stomach, for once, didn't control him. He spoke little that night, listening instead to Bella's stories, to cricket songs, to the wind brushing against the leaves. At sunrise, he turned to Bella with a different kind of grin. "Bruno, thank you for not giving it easily. I didn't need a sky full of sweetness. I just needed to slow down." Bella, gently, "You're not the only one who thinks the sky hides treasure. Many forget to look around." Bruno returned to the forest a new creature. He no longer tore apart logs or raided nests. Instead, he helped patch hives toppled in storms. He guided cubs away from bee swarms. He sat with young animals and spoke of a special place, a place beyond reach unless you walk with patience and care. He told them, "If your paws stay kind and your voice soft, even bees might trust you." Bella often visited, landing on his nose with a smirk. Bella, "Still thinking about sky honey?" Bruno, chuckling, "Not anymore. I've got better things to chase, like shadows, wind, and quiet mornings." And so, the bear who once longed to steal from the heavens found joy in what was already around him, not in the chase nor the prize, but in the wonder he'd missed along the way. The grove remained untouched, the crystal chamber protected, not by force, but by the gentle heart of a bear who had finally learned that not all sweetness comes from honey.